Hey guys, it's Derek here. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new things that have been announced in early August, but we kind of are only getting around to it now. But yeah, we're going to go through some things from Smilefest and some other little nuggets that I've picked up along the way or I've seen along the way that I think you might also be interested in. So let's go. So, got everything on this laptop here, so we're just gonna kind of react to everything. Not a whole lot of information is out on a whole bunch of these, but yeah, I believe this is also on pre-order right now. There's a 1/6 scale Hatsume Miku 15th anniversary edition, which looks absolutely stunning. Great detail on her, and she's on a plate. I think I saw the price, it was like 30-something thousand yen, 35 almost. Yeah, you must be like a crazy Miku fan in order to pick this up. Moving on to another figure, this is the Hyperdimension Neptunia little purple version. Honestly, I think it looks like a wedding dress. Great wings in the back. I don't expect this to be too expensive. Kind of around that like 20,000, 25 kind of ballpark. Not a bad looking figure. Now moving on to a little bit of HoloLive, JP, we have a Noelle swimsuit version coming out. Now, honestly, this looks great. Hopefully the price won't be too bad on this one either, but colors, proportions, pose, accessories, spot on. Now we're also getting a little bit more information on those quintuplet figures. That date version, we have a completed colored prototype of Yotsuba, which looks really cute. Kind of has that sailor uniform look and vibe, just like a very chilly winter kind of date outfit, I guess, with some really nice boots. We also have her One-chan, Ichika. She has a latte, or like a Starbucks for you, so very cool there too. And we also have Itsuki. She's always eating, and she has a churro, and it looks like a strawberry crepe. It looks like they also molded a bit of whipped cream that's stuck here. Don't know how that's gonna turn out. And the last one here is a Nino. She's on her phone because she doesn't really care and doesn't really want to be there. If I remember correctly, there's a Miku out there with a completed colored prototype, and Miku's my favorite, so if I were to get one, it would be Miku. Moving on. Now, I'm not too into Fate. However, I know my brother is really into Fate, especially Fate Grand Order, and one of his waifus there is Scotty. I believe this is the caster Scotty in her third ascension, whatever that is. I honestly don't play Fate Go. Don't roast me. But she looks really cool. If I remember correctly, this is going to be a white outfit, which has a lot of details, great molding detail on here, and it's going to be 1/7 scale. I think it's going to be a good one. And moving on to two figures I'm incredibly interested in. We have some Macross Frontier stuff. They're releasing new figures of Shero Gnome and Rankari. However you want to pronounce it. Rankali. They're gonna be 1/7 scale figures, and it looks like they're gonna be in their kind of like an idol or stage outfit whenever they're singing. Looks really, really nice, very intricate. I've seen some of their figures in the past of these two. Don't anticipate them being exactly cheap. Looks like there's a lot going on and probably a lot of crazy colors. I really like the little detail on the bottom that has her name in the very bottom for Shero Gnome. And if this was like a traditional sign, those would all be lights. That would be crazy if they were all lights. I'm on the fence with this one. I might pick one of these up. Good Smile also announced a set of our very favorite mother-daughter duo of Anya and Yor. These are going to be 1/7 scale, and they look like they're going to be in an Uting kind of outfit. I think I understand why they did both together, because a 1/7 scale Anya would be like super tiny. The next Good Smile announcement I'm super hyped for is from Rikurus Recoil. I honestly have no clue how to pronounce it. I'm pretty much caught up with the anime right now, about episode 9. I know it only goes to 12, but I'm already hooked. I love the characters and how they interact with each other, and they're coming out with some scale figures of them. 1/7 scale from Good Smile. Might need to pick this up. We have a Chisato and a Takina. And if I remember correctly, they're also doing a set of Nendos for these two. Do I want both the scale and the Nendo though? That's gonna be a tough one. And rounding out the scale announcements for Good Smile, we also have a Marin in bathing suit version. We only got the black silhouette, so nothing too much to go off of, but hopefully it's going to be a lot more accessible than anything that Aniplex is doing, because they seemingly just don't want their stuff to be purchasable. Definitely keep your eye out on that, and I believe there's also one from Max Factory of her in her normal schoolgirl uniform. So wait a little bit longer, and yeah, don't pay the crazy price to get the Aniplex one, even though that one still looks pretty decent. Moving on to a few notable Nendoroid announcements. There's going to be a demon form of Nezuko coming out, which looks very adult and very mature in comparison to the other version. Not my cup of tea. You might like it though. We're also getting another Made in Abyss Nendo in Fatuba. Phat. She looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks like all 4 of her arms are still attached by 1 point. Kind of curious with more images how that would look, but we just got a great prototype so far. But if you've been collecting the rest of them, definitely go pick it up. I'm caught up currently with Made in Abyss, and I can't wait for more to come out. And for all my slime fans out there, we're also going to be getting a new Shuna in Nendo form that's actually holding Rimuru with one of his hands up. This looks absolutely adorable. Must get for sure. I'm going to get this one. Definitely going to get one. So adorable. There is also going to be a Hori from Horimiya coming out that's in Nendo form. Very simple, very basic. She's wearing her uniform. Her counterpart's already out there, so you can pick that up and kind of combine the duo. If I remember correctly, he's not going for very much, like pretty much retail at this point, so perfect opportunity if you need to get both the lovebirds together. There's also going to be a Noelle Nendoroid that's coming out, which is also very cute. If you need more Noelle, yeah, there's a lot more, like a ton more. Moving on to some more VTuber related Nendos, there's going to be a new Iron Mouse that's coming out. Didn't really expect them to make anything from VShojo, but hey, so you can, you can have that little gremlin in your collection too. It looks like they're also going to be making a Watson and a Mori, so yeah, you're finally going to be able to kind of fill out the rest of Gen 1 EN, although I don't think Ina is out yet, not 100% sure. Also, I think Megura is supposed to come in soon. One of the announcements I'm most surprised about is actually a Chobits one. They're making a Nendoroid Chi. I watched that anime like super long ago, like one of those classic animes, I guess you call it at this point. I don't know how many people have actually watched Chobits, but depending on how this looks, I might just get it for nostalgia. Attack on Titan fans are also going to be eating good. They're going to be releasing a John, a Sasha, it looks like a Annie, and our favorite Titan of all, the Card Titan. Peak in Card Titan form, so. I'm also a little bit interested in the My Hero Academia Hawks Nendo that they're going to be releasing. Kind of curious how they're going to do the wings, whether or not they're going to be attached or if he needs a separate base or anything else like that. The wings might be a little bit of an issue. I think it will turn out to be a very cool and sought after Nendo. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have actually heard of a brand called Proof, but they've announced a few figures that have definitely caught my eye. One of them is an Elena from the Wandering Witch series. She looks really cute here. She's not flying or anything, and she has a bit of a base. She's on 1 foot, but hopefully the broom in the back will kind of prop her up so she has more than 1 point of contact and doesn't lean over. Cute sculpt. Haven't heard anything from this brand before. They are also making a counterpart here for the Saya, so yeah, might be worth picking up the pair. Now, Max Factory also announced a few things during Smilefest. One of them was actually a Guyver one from Bio Boosted Armor Gaiva. Don't know how many of you guys have actually watched that, but this looks really cool. It's a 1/6 scale for some reason. Looks very shiny. Yeah, this might be posable. The base kind of implies that you can move him around. Kind of interesting. He's opening up one of his chest pieces to do the blast thing. Yeah, Guyver. I watched some really old anime. Let's see. Anything else interesting from Max Factory? Now with the recent Overlord season coming about, a lot more hype has been drawn up for a lot of the characters, and Albedo has another figure coming out here from Phat Company. This is just her, like, on her knees, sad, with a hand up. Her wings are all around her, so that's kind of neat. If the quality looks like the pictures here, it wouldn't be so bad. Although, I don't quite understand it. I feel like most companies can't get Albedo's, like, head right. Her head seems a little too big. Proportion seems slightly off. Phat's also doing a Noelle figure. 1/7 scale, very simple. If you love Noelle, another Noelle figure coming. Now personally, I'm super excited for a lot of the new freeing announcements. One of them being the Ikumi from Food Wars. I think a lot of people were giving this a lot of flack because it's not quite a bunny figure. Doesn't have a full bunny suit. She's kind of a little bit different, more unique. Has basically just a bikini and fishnet tights and also bunny ears. A lot of people are saying that the face is a little bit off, but I have the rest of them and I like her, so I probably gonna pick her up. The pose is very yeah. Moving on, Freeing's also doing more for their quarter scale line like Tengen. Not exactly my favorite. Kinda looks mid, not gonna lie. Probably a good skip. But they also announced a Ghetto from the movie Zero, which looks amazing. Probably gonna be really expensive though. I think if they made this in a like 1/7 scale so that the price isn't so high, this would definitely be a good pickup. Just based off the design and the coloring, probably a good buy. But I think a lot of people would be simping over the Gojo, which in my opinion doesn't look as great as the Ghetto. Gojo fans will probably get it anyways. But the freeing announcement that I'm most excited for has to be the Komi. They're doing a Komi in bunny outfit form, which looks very cute. She's looking away from you. She's kind of covering up. She doesn't want anyone to see. She's super shy still. A little bit of movement with her hair. You still got that very angular style for her hair, so that's kind of neat, but probably have to pick this one up. Moving on to a figure that I don't really think was mentioned at SmileFest, but is very interesting nonetheless. It's a 1/7 scale albedo from FuRyu and their FNEX line. This is a Chinese dress version, and she looks really cool. Like she's holding a halberd, and the outfit's, oof. I do see some support beams in the front, which may, pretty much gonna kill off any excitement there, but very cool. And rounding everything off, we're gonna talk about Prisma Wing a little bit. You know, that brand that may not quite understand how pricing works with a lot of figures, but they're back at it again with 2 new announcements. Number 1 being a Made in Abyss statue. Seeing how big this piece is right now, I believe this will be stupidly expensive. Expect to pay like $400 to $500 minimum. Still just the 3D render so far. It is colored. We have a Nanachi, a Regu, and a Riko. Also a Minya. She's somewhere stuck there. Honestly, I don't know if I'd be willing to spend this much money. It does look kind of interesting, and if Made in Abyss is like your favorite anime, probably worth getting. But I'd probably say maybe just stick to getting their Nendoroids, because their body proportions and everything else are kind of 1-to-1 already, and you get a little bit more movement there. And our last figure that we're covering is a Raftelia from Shield Hero. This is a very simple pose. She has both her hands on top of the sword in the front, that's fully sheathed, and she has one leg up. It's a very simple pose, very cute, and I don't think we're gonna get too many like weight imbalances or anything sagging over time, because there's multiple points of contact. It's kind of interesting how they have the patches of grass colored. That might be a different kind of material. Not too sure yet. But based off of how this looks, it's kind of a small backdrop and everything else, so the price shouldn't be too terrible. Might actually be affordable. Thanks! And there we go. Some more figures to potentially pick up and add to your own collection as well. Pre-orders should be going up very soon for some of these, so keep an eye out for that. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, and let me know in the comments down below what you're most hyped for out of the things that we mentioned here. I'll also leave a link or 2 in the description down below if you're interested in taking a look at everything that was announced. I kind of just picked a few things that I thought were more interesting, or things that I'd be interested in. Definitely go check that out as well. Until then, my name is Derek, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.